A duck has taken my bait. I'm livid. So happy. So happy. Hi guys, I am at Jacquis Pools in Westmoor Fishery. So I am here for a week. Super excited because look at this weather. It's about 16 degrees, so yeah, it is looking good, really good. And the fish seem to be active because as soon as I drove in, I could see them showing on one of the lakes. Now this is an exclusive lake. I have two parts to the lake where a bridge joins them. So at the moment I have started fishing on the back of the lake where I saw the fish showing. But the other part of the lake is where the lodge is. So I've managed to get out 3 rods, one near an island, one near a margin, and one near under the bridge, so that when the fish are swimming through, they might get caught by my trap. Sophie is with me, although technically she's not. But yeah, my little Sophie mascot has come with me on my little trip, and she's gonna catch me. What was it? She says a 40 pounder. That's what she calls it. 40 pounder. That's how she says it. You're going to get me a 40 pounder, Sophie. This is going to be good. Good. Very good. And if you don't see me open my mouth that much today, or smile loads my picture, or I might not be able to help smiling, it's because I have retainers and braces in. So yeah, looking gorgeous right now, but I've only got 7 more weeks left, and then they come out. So you're looking really fabulous. So yeah, looking fabulous right now for my pictures. Great. So last night, my alarm went off about, I think it was 11:30. Yeah, about 11:30, 12. And then it went off again at 4. Then it went off again at 6 or 7. Yeah, from birds. Woohoo! So the birds kept hitting into my line. I did have yesterday a carp hit into my line. That definitely wasn't a bird. So yeah, not happy about that. So I have used back leads today on the deeper lake, because I was on the shallower lake last night. So I've put back leads on all 3 of them, so that nothing hits into my lines. They're flat on the ground, and I was told by one of the bailiffs that the carp are really smart with the lines in the water, so I'm hoping that it will stop the visibility by having it closer to the ground. I've done exactly the same as yesterday, because I haven't actually been fishing very long yesterday. So I've done exactly the same bait. I've got 1 cell. I've got 2 of the high visual pop-ups, the Fruity Tooty ones from Mainline. And around that I've put some mussels, chopped up worms, and some goo and some crushed up boilies. Oh yeah, and a few little of the blackcurrant boilies as well, Mainline ones. It is very quiet out there. I haven't heard anything, but I still am hopeful that I'm going to catch tonight. It's going to be tonight. Fingers crossed. The carp are definitely on this side of the lake, in the deeper water. I've been already fishing in the shallow waters when I came yesterday, and a bit today, and nothing. So, and I think that the water hasn't actually warmed up enough. I don't think it's warmed up enough, so I think they're still in the deep water. So that's where I've gone. a nice morning wake up. My lucky pink line. Hello. In the net. I think I literally just need to catch my breath right now. I've just caught it. I've just caught one. Early morning. £33 and then whatever it is, whatever the sling is. So I need to weigh that. Yeah. Wow. Now that is what I call it. Beautiful heavy carp. Hands freezing. That was caught on the orange tire visual pop up by mainline, and it's 30. I've weighed it. It came out now at £30, 4 ounces, and it is a heavy beast. I'm struggling to lift it. First 30 of the year. So happy, so happy. Well, I was right, they were in deeper water. I am very happy about that. Very happy. You get to see my retainer teeth now. So yeah, I came here for a 30 and I knew it was going to be hard. But I smashed it on the first, technically not the first night because I arrived yesterday, but it was later. But yeah, the first night that I've actually been out in the bivvy, and right where I said they're going to be, in the deeper lake, and I could hear quite a bit actually of crashing around at night before I finally dropped off. And what a beautiful time to wake up as well. 6:30. Wasn't too early. It was nice. I'm well happy. Well happy with that. Well happy. Boom. So happy. So that 30 came from the island. So that was in 7 foot deep of water. Whole night I've been like, what's that noise? What's that noise? What's that noise? And then 6:30. It wasn't a screamer because I had the back leads on and it was coming towards me. So it was just a beep, beep, beep. What's that? It's a birdie! It's a birdie! Ah! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I'm so freaking happy. So I've got an orange pop-up with a bit of a mix in there. Some smaller blackcurrant boilies and some worms and some mussels. I've actually put my right rod in about 9 foot depth of water, and I've actually put it over the gravel bar, so it's further out, but I haven't put a back lead on, so I feel a little bit happier. It's not night time, so if it does go off, I can always sort of, you know, come around the tree or whatever if I need to. And then the middle one I have put back out over by the island. That's where I caught from this morning. And then the left one I've put similar to the island. The island's about, I think, 7.5 foot, and then the left one is just out in front, and that's in about 7 foot. So yeah, 7.5 and about 9. So I haven't found anything deeper than 9, but I haven't been across the other side of the lake yet, so I've only fished this side, fishing this side first. So not only did I get a beautiful 30 this morning, it was also a new 30 on the lake, so I actually got to name the carp. Now, I'm not sure whether to be embarrassed about this or whether just to think this is the coolest thing ever, because that's how I feel. I feel like this is the coolest thing ever, that I have named a carp after myself. So I don't know if I'm a loser or I should be really embarrassed, but I absolutely love it. I'm so over the moon that I have a carp out there called Lottie. So yeah, at S&R Fishery, Westmore Farm, I have at Jacquis Pools a carp named Lottie, and if anyone ever catches it, then tag me in, please, because I'd love it if you caught me. Oh, it's cringe. Oh, but I'm well happy. I'm so happy. I am still a little bit embarrassed that I even said that to Jake. That was it, yeah. I think, yeah, I told Jake. I'm a bit embarrassed. But not being funny, right? Who wouldn't name it after themselves? Like, it's so cool. So I haven't caught anything today. There hasn't been one sign of a carp anywhere. So they haven't shown themselves today. It hasn't been warm either. There hasn't been any sunshine. So just gonna hope that they've got their heads down under there and they're feeding tonight. Yeah, so fingers crossed. I'm using, on all of my rigs, I'm using my usual Ronnie rig with a PVA bag, mesh bag of pellets, just a really small one, and then surrounding that is just a very small amount of bait, because they're not going to be feeding a lot. There isn't a huge amount of fish in here. So I don't want to overbait because it is still cold. Then they won't be feeding as much. So yeah, I've got a small amount of bait around it, and that's just a mixture really of crushed up mix, boilie, mix, cell, and some chopped up worms and mussels, and some very, very small, I think it's blackcurrant boilies. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Impact. Yeah, Impact. So yeah, I've just got that mix. And then on one of my rods, I've actually put some bigger cell boilies out with it. Yeah, so, but not a huge amount, really small amount in the bait boat. And hopefully I'm in deep enough depths. If I don't catch tonight, then I do think I need to move around to the other side and see if I can find where these carp are. It could be that they're just not feeding. It could be that they're picking it up, and because the small amount of feeding, you know, the risk of the chance of them actually hooking is still slim. So it's slimmer if you've got less taking it. Or it could be that they're not in the area that I'm in and they're on the other side of the lake. You just don't know. You know the feeling when you've woken up, by the way, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, and you really need a wee, but if you get out, it'll be way too cold, and then you've got to try and warm up again. I really need a wee, but I don't want to get out of bed. But then I'm fine with holding it. But then if I do get a bite, that's going to be really uncomfortable, isn't it? I don't know what to do. So I had a liner on that middle rod. It's 6:30. And this is around the same time that middle rod went off yesterday by the island. So fingers crossed it becomes more than just a line bite. Watching the lake at the moment. 2 geese are chasing. 1 geese is chasing another geese. Wonder what for, eh? Early morning. Morning glory. Just want to say I'm not very happy. Been waiting for a bite all night, and this morning I'm sitting there watching the lake, and my rod went off, and a duck, I don't know what type of duck, those little black ones, has gone under the water and actually taken my bait. Thanks for that. A duck has taken my bait. I'm livid. So I've looked at the weather, and the pressure is extremely high, and it's going to be for a couple of days. So that is probably why I didn't hear any carp last night or yesterday. So they're going to not be feeding very much, less oxygen in the air and all that jazz. Ugh. I will still keep trying, but might not catch for a couple of days. We'll see. Right guys, so I'm all set up further down the lake, and I'm going to be doing the night here, and I will show you where I've put each of my rods. My left rod by the island, that's where I caught my 30 from. I'm not going to put my finger on the camera because it keeps blurring. Then the middle rod over by, in line with those reeds, obviously a bit further in, actually there's a drop that comes down, quite a steep drop, to about like 10 foot. So I've put it in that drop in there, hoping that as the wind's blowing that way, bait might be curling under and sitting in there. I also baited it up earlier in that spot, just to get some confident feeding going on. And then the right one, I didn't even know where to put it, but I did see one fish crash out earlier. One, and it was just around the middle here, so I've just popped it in the middle basically. We could go watch the lake, but it's like the third night sleeping out, and I keep going to bed late and waking up really early because I'm constantly watching. Well, actually, no, I'm waking up early because I need a wee. But I'm staying up till really late because I'm watching. And I'm just so tired. And I need to gain some energy, so I'm not going to watch the lake just yet. I'm going to sleep some more. So, I had quite a few liners last night. Up to about 11:30ish, on the right rod mainly, which was in the shallowest of water. So that was at 4 foot. Oh, excuse me. And then I had one in the night on the right, and I also had another liner this morning on the right. And it's 6:30. It's about 10:30 now, and it is getting hot. So if they are at the bottom, they're going to start moving up in the water slowly. So I'm going to try about 6 foot, and then as it gets hotter, try 4 foot, and just keep sort of pushing it up and up. Because a couple of days now where I have seen the carp start to come up as it gets hot. So that's what I'm going to do with my rods, and follow the temperature and see if I can catch them on their way up. Right. Oh, for God's sake! It does not want to come in. Okay, so £29.8 minus 3, that's £26 8 ounce. I am super happy about that. Done a couple of nights, the pressure has dropped, and look at that, here's the result. Beautiful, very happy. Happy days. So I'm getting the rods back out again tonight, repositioning them. Just going in to get some water before I get them out. But yeah, after that last carp, my bicep really hurts. So I think I've pulled a muscle. It was when I was netting it and I was just trying to, the weight got caught on the net. I was just trying to lift it up, the rod up, and my bicep just went. My muscle just went. It really hurts. So, but that ain't gonna stop me. So, back out again. Fingers crossed for another big one. Is it gonna wiggle? Right. So this is 20. Oh, it's gonna wiggle. This is 24/8 in 6 feet of water. And once again on the Tutti Frutti pop-ups. So very happy with that. They're coming out tonight. It's perfect time to fish. Right. Let's send you home. Off you go. Whew. Let's get that rod back out. I just put my first rod out, and before I could get the next one out, look what happened. How cool is that? That happened quick. So I just caught this one off the island again. They seem to be in that area quite a lot. Absolutely beautiful. It was 25 pounds, 12 ounce. On all of my rigs, the Ronnie rig, because it resets itself after failed takes, and because I like the way the hook turns easier into the mouth. So I believe, and especially from doing testing, tank testing, and you can see on my tank test videos proof of that, that the hook turns more when it ejects in its mouth. So that's why I use the Ronnie rigs on all the time. So I'm fishing at the lodge tonight because I need a little bit of a break from hearing all the wildlife noises, listening to the lake. It's been quite a good few nights in the week that I've been, well, every night I've been sleeping in the bivvy. So I just need one night on the sofa. So behind me, you can't see where I put them at the moment, but I can show you in the morning because I sit up in the dark. But I've got one out by the aerator because I feel like the carp will be familiar with the aerator when it is on. It's not on, hasn't been on this week, and they'll be confident feeding there as well. So I've popped one there. I've put one to the left of me by the island, and I've also just popped one anywhere basically on the right because there isn't actually much space with 3 rods here. So fingers crossed, temperature's good, so might catch one, but there hasn't been any signs of carp at all. No flat spots, no bubbles, nothing. This move was good. I had to move one of my rods. It was quite tight here. I've got one. So yeah, I thought I'd have a little rest day by the lodge, fish the lake that I didn't think there was any in, and I've just netted one. Ooh, just under 30. absolutely amazing. I'm really happy I moved. That is a nice big one. So this was £28 2 ounce. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one probably gave me the hardest fight. So really happy with that. Coming out nicely. That was an absolute screamer this morning. On the middle rod again, right by that aerator. Seems to be 3 now caught at 6:30 in the morning, and they seem to shower quite a lot between 9 and 11:30, and then in between that it's quite rare. Still going. Nice. So that is £27 8 ounces. Very happy with this. My last day, last morning. What a great fish to end on for the week, and definitely saw, well, most of my catches have all been by the end of the week when the pressure dropped in the air, so that really made a big difference to the fishing. All right, mate, I'll let you go. Brilliant. Oh, he's happy now. What a fantastic week I have had here at S&R Fishery. This lake is beautiful, the fish are beautiful. I've had some real big ones come out of the lake, so I'm just completely chuffed. It's been like one a day, that's how it's felt, and it's been worth the wait for each and every one of them. So yeah, hope you like this video, and please subscribe, just so that it encourages me to do more, and I'll catch you later.